Welcome back, investors, to Ticker Time News. I'm Adam, and today we're talking about Upstart, ticker symbol UPST. Upstart has been on a crazy ride over the past few days, rocketing up over 275% from its March low of $44, then falling 28% in a single day from its all-time high of $165. I have a few questions about this stock. Number one, who is Upstart? Number two, has the stock stopped falling? Has it found support? Or is it going to continue falling in the double digits? And number three, is there more growth and upside to Upstart's stock? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, I will have all three answers for you. But real quick, before we dive into the details that you came here to see, if you could smash that like button and click subscribe and join our family of investors. All right, back into the video. The first question, who is Upstart? Well, here's a quick summary of who Upstart is and what they do. Upstart is a cloud-based artificial intelligence lending platform. The firm's platform aggregates consumer demand for loans and connects it to a network of Upstart AI-enabled bank partners. It benefits from new customers, lower fraud and loss rates, and increased automation throughout the lending process. So Upstart had their earnings on March the 17th, and it was their Q4 and full year 2020 earnings results. And boy, did they smash those earnings and beat it badly. So right here, Upstart soars after earnings beat, strong guidance. So Upstart's Q4 EPS, or earnings per share, was 7 cents per share. That beat estimates by 5 cents. Then revenue came in at $86.7 million, up 38.6% year over year, and that beat estimates by $13.2 million. The conversion on rate request was 17.4% in the fourth quarter of 2020, up 14.9% in 2019. And the Q1 2021 outlook, well, it's amazing. Revenue of 112 million to 118 million, contribution margin of approximately 44%, and net income of 7.8 to 8.3 million. Now, off of this earnings report and the explosive growth, they have received a few upgrades. One from Bank of America. They upgrade the stock to buy on stronger growth outlook and margin upside. Base price target, $135. Now, remember, the stock is currently sitting at $116 right now today. That's after that 28% fall from its all-time high. So Bank of America still sees upside in Upstart. Now, they say that the Q4 beat was driven by smaller than expected impact by Credit Karma's November adjustments, higher lending volume, and higher conversion rate. Bullish on Upstart's acquisition of Prodigy Software. We're going to get into Prodigy Software in just a moment because that was key to the explosive growth of over 200% in just a few days. Bank of America also notes that Upstart has signed on 3 new banks since it IPO'd in December of 2020. Now, another upgrade came from JP Morgan, and they upgraded the stock from market perform to market outperform. So that's just another way of saying that they are upgrading the stock. Now, they cite Q1 revenue guidance of 112 million to 118 million, outpaces the average analyst estimate of 75.3 million. So that's saying that analysts overall, if you add them all up together and then divide them by the sum, it comes out to an average of 75.3 million, while Upstart's Q1 guidance says they're shooting for 112 to 118 million. So that's why their guidance was so important and helped to propel the stock so high so quick. They also cite the Q4 results and outlook gives JP Morgan Quote, greater confidence that Upstart's AI-based credit decisioning platform and best-in-class user interface can extend its share of the $120 billion personal loan market and position the company well to expand into the, wait for it, $625 billion auto loan market, among others. So, does Upstart have a big future for potential growth? Absolutely. There's two markets right there. The personal loan market worth 120 billion. The auto loan market worth 625 billion dollars. It's incredible the amount of growth this company can go through. And we're going to get to this auto loan in just a minute with the Prodigy purchase, which is coming up in just a second. So they give a price target of $111. Remember, we're at $116 right now as recording of this video. All right, let's jump in to the Prodigy announcement. Upstart announces purchase of Prodigy software. That was made on March the 17th. That helped shoot their stock up over hundreds of percent. And here's why. Remember, back here, JP Morgan quotes that the auto loan market is worth $625 billion. Here's where Prodigy software comes in. Upstart to acquire Prodigy software, a provider of cloud-based automotive retail software. Prodigy is the first end-to-end sales software that bridges the gap between how dealerships operate and the new way that people are shopping for cars. More than $2 billion in vehicle sales have been powered by Prodigy. Remember, over $600 billion market, Prodigy has only tapped into $2 billion of that. This is huge news. Now, the CEO and co-founder of Upstart said about this purchase, while Amazon and Shopify have modernized the online shopping experience, the auto industry has been left behind. Upstart is on a path to reduce the cost of auto financing, and we can accelerate this opportunity with a modern multi-channel purchase experience. Auto retail is among the largest buy now, pay later opportunities, and together with Prodigy, we aim to help dealers create a seamless and inclusive experience worthy of 2021. So think of automotive dealers that have reshaped the market. Shift, Carvana, Vroom, CarMax. Those companies have changed the way we purchase automobiles. Just imagine if Shift Technologies and Upstart were combined. Maybe that's an acquisition that could possibly take place. Those two companies together with this new Prodigy software that Upstart is now bringing in-house would be an amazing team up. Okay, moving on. Okay, we've answered the question, who is Upstart? All right, we got that. Now, we've kind of answered the question, the third question about the growth. Is there a growth potential? Yes, there is. There is a massive growth potential for Upstart, especially with the Prodigy purchase, the automotive market being so large. Now, let's go for that second question. Is the stock going to continue falling, or has it found support? Well, I think I see a little bit of evidence. So I've got some bars on this chart right here. Now, this chart is the 1 hour chart. So every candlestick you see represents 1 hour, okay? So we can go back to before the big announcement and the earnings report and the explosive growth. They IPO'd on December the 16th, and you can see here, that's the beginning of the chart all the way to the left. So from there, they were on a steady rise up. They got to about $100, $103 per share. and then they started to sell off, and they reached their bottom of $44 around March the 8th, March the 7th, when the entire stock market was falling that day. But they did turn it around, and slowly but surely we're climbing back up until we get to earnings and the announcement about Prodigy. And then skyrocketing to the moon, all-time high, $165. So along the way, here are the price points. Now, you can set stock alerts for these price points. The first one is the bare bottom bone support level at $44. Bare bottom, that's the lowest that it's been, and there's been support several times along the way. And then we move up to these two purple lines. They kind of act as support at some points, they act as resistance in the past. And a lot of times, old resistance can become new support. So that's what these two purple lines do. And for me, I think this is where the buying opportunity lies. And the first one is at $63. The second purple line, or the one above it, is at $82. If you can get this stock between those two prices, $63 to $82, that would be a good window to purchase Upstart for a long hold, because this company has tremendous growth ahead of it. Now, I've got a red line here at $102. This acted as resistance for the company back in February and back earlier in the year as well. But right here at $116, where the stock lies right now. As we dive in a little deeper here and look, right over here, when the stock first shot up because of the earnings and the news, right here on the 18th, when it shot up, it slowed down when it got to $112 or so. That's when the candle wick kind of bummed out. And then we get the red candle, another small green candle, another one, and then look, it stops right in this area right here. Right here in this area, okay? It looks like there might be resistance, maybe some support between these two areas, and the support would be $102, and that used to be resistance, and then the new resistance may be right around $117. So we might be finding that over here, we might be starting a new pattern. So with that said, this area looks very interesting as a support resistance area. And again, that's the $102 up to resistance of $117. Somewhere between there, could Upstart find support right there before making more gains or another rally? Not sure, but it is an interesting spot to watch if the stock does continue to come down, because the last candle today, after this 28% drop, the last candle was green. So maybe it's found its area where it's comfortable at for now. So we'll have to watch that and keep an eye on it. That's your questions answered. Number one, who's Upstart? We've answered that question. The third question, is there more growth in Upstart? Absolutely. There is a ton of growth potential for this company. It is at the very, very bottom and early stages of its growth. And number three, has the stock stopped falling? Has it found support? Well, I think there's evidence right here in this red circle that maybe, and since the last two candles here were green, that we may have started to find a new area of support and resistance for Upstart. So I hope you found a ton of value in this video. I know I did going through it with you. If you could, smash that like button, click subscribe, join our family of investors, and share this video so we can help as many retail investors as possible. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.